We can start by simply staying with the breathing, bringing awareness to the process of breathing without changing anything. And using this for a bit as an anchor into the present. Just witnessing, noticing, sensing the movement of the air, diaphragm, the belly moving, the felt sense of the air. Just using that to be more fully present to the now, without going into taking the baits of the mind about this or that later or in the past. Whenever you catch yourself in daydreaming, bring yourself back to the here and now, being aware of the breathing. We are not trying to prevent thoughts from arising. That's not possible. It creates more thoughts. We are just noticing these thoughts, but not sticking to them, not going into a story. Being more, bringing energy more or less from the head, more into the body, the belly. And using the breathing as an anchor of attention. Without an anchor, we are so used to this lack of attentiveness that we get sucked in the mind right away. There's a Zen master saying that as thoughts follow thoughts, you should not cling to any of them. Being this watcher, this awakeness, perceiving the movement of the mind. And relaxing the face. You can make some faces. relaxing the mask, relaxing the jaw, the eyeballs. Notice the felt sense of the body sitting, the contact with the chair or the floor. Notice those sensations. And see if we can release more and more the weight of the body onto the contact areas. Like allowing body to be like a bag of potatoes. Even the weight of the hands, you can let the hands be heavy. Sensing the contact between your hands and whatever they are resting on. We can now let go of this narrow focus on the breath and open the aperture of your awareness so that it includes everything here. Everything in a global, spontaneous way. Being open to the totality of the flow of now. Passing thoughts, sounds, as well as the body. So bringing awareness into the body, the chest, the belly, the gut. And whatever is there in the body could be feeling numb or tense or relaxed, pleasurable, or feeling. Whatever is there, we simply let go, trying to change it. Let it be just as it is. Simply just noticing and allowing. Especially if you notice some pocket of unpleasantness or tension. Welcome it completely. And just wordlessly being present to this. Taking a little break from thinking, doing, and allowing ourselves to just simply be and relax. Not meditating just with the head, being open to all these energies in the body, sensations, and the world, sounds, all of them appearing to this presence, which perceives them and yet is untouched, unaffected by thoughts or sensations. And then it's natural if you catch yourself in daydreaming, checked out, you can drop that thought and coming back to being present, to the present. Don't try to attain a special state, to reach something. It's too much work. Let go of any spiritual goals. Just living in the now, aware of what's arising and passing. And treating these arisings, the thoughts, the sensations, the feelings, and the sounds, treating them as the weather. We don't interfere with the weather. Let it do what it does. And the real you is just noticing, uninvolved, free from manipulating the weather. Yeah, and if there is, check once more in the body. In the body, we have the so-called feelings. They are not in the head. And some of them are distinct, some of them are more mysterious and subtle. So welcoming fully any and all feelings or energies without trying to analyze them or change them. Just like the sound of this bell, arises and passes to this aware being, doesn't leave a trace, cannot hurt this aware being that we are. Same way, no matter what may come up during this investigation or throughout the day, it can only be an image or a feeling or a thought, and they cannot really hurt the real you, this aware being. Yes, some aspect of the ego may resist because it's unpleasant, but it's safe to witness and allow anything. So I would like you to almost like go back in a little time machine, as if your spot where you are lying down now, there is a little bit of, or in your belt or your necklace, you have a little time machine that in a very smooth and harmonious way to take you back in time, and the body, you see the body getting younger and smaller, and allowing yourself to revisit, whatever happened, no matter how bad, you survived. You made it. We made it. We're just now exploring some video cameras, some of the past. So allow yourself maybe revisit some of the very earliest memories of you in this life and earliest images of being with mommy and daddy or grandparents or whoever was there in the house, the flat, town. And allow any images, memories connected to this early, innocent, becoming conscious of this world, faces of the people, your room, where you used to play, some favorite play where you play, or your room, or your toys. And what was happening there around you? Was it hectic? Was it calm and peaceful? Were there people? Were no people? Were they kind to you? Were they harsh? Or what was the dynamic with the big people? So as you are present here, is just allow whatever my words prompt. You may have images, you may have feeling, just watch and allow. What were some of the things that you really liked to do, that you felt peaceful and you lose yourself in that? What was that? Some simple pleasure, something that maybe throughout your early childhood and even later, it was a thread of interest and of enthusiasm. Yeah, from 0 to 10. What was the little you into? How was the little you early relations with little other kids? Did you like them? Did you feel comfortable with them? If there's any unpleasantness arising, or we have different childhoods here, so if there's any images, notice you are the witnessing. If there's any energies in the body, notice and fully allow them. If there is any unpleasantness, don't resist it. Just let it do what it does. So I'm going to prompt a certain, so it guides your looking into this surveillance footage to focus it in some areas. So for those of us who are familiar with KI, I'm going to use a reverse inquiry, but also I'm going to offer a similar pointer for those of us who are not familiar with KI, don't even know what KI means, so don't worry about it. So looking at the family there, people, mommy and daddy, did you have a sense that you belonged in this family, being held, sense of belonging? So reverse inquiry will be throwing the sentence in this aware space and seeing what arises. You can whisper it to yourself and see what comes. I belonged in that family. I fully belonged in that family. Not to believe, but to see what arising. And allow any images, memories, reactions. There's feelings, welcome them. It's okay to cry, be upset. And looking at the people there and siblings in the room, and early on, I could fully be myself in that family. I could fully be myself in that family. And check if that was true for you. And if not, why not? Why not? Is there something scary there? Something I could fully be myself in that family. And see whatever rising in your mind or body in response to this inquiry. And for some of us, this inquiry may evoke some energy in the body, somewhere a sensation, but it doesn't say anything. You can simply bring awareness in that sensation and see if it were to have a voice, what would it say? No, I had to be careful. No, I had to hide. No, I was afraid. Anytime you feel any sensation or stirring in your body, you can ask it what it has to say. Let it say and witness it. And for some of us, this evokes actual feeling. That is actually awesome. So welcome it fully. You don't need to hold it back. Fully allow any sadness, anything, as if it's like an exiled part of yourself that you are welcoming in your arms. Yeah, so did you feel you could really be yourself, or you had to be in a certain way? And if so, which way you had to be? The KI terms, throwing in the inquiry, I could say and do and express whatever I wanted in that family. So these statements are not to be believed. It's more like a poking the quail, and whatever comes, witness, thoughts, memories, energies, being aware and allowing them. Yeah, notice that something is aware, whatever you are experiencing right now, whatever emotion or images, something is aware. Now look at this, like say your emotions. You know, a child has a lot of emotions, and was it okay to feel and show your anger? Was it okay to feel and show your sadness or fear? And see if there's any snag here. No, if not, why not? Why not? Was it okay to show affection? Were they showing affection, the big people? When you were upset, how will that be met by them? So come here, what's going on? Come here, or go to your room, or shut up. or spanking? What was happening there? Yeah, well, if you have deep feelings, that's actually very good. You'll feel lighter later. Welcome and allow. Wave after wave. Yeah. 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 What message did we get in connection to our emotions and our feeling something and being upset or being scared or being sad? What were some of the messages we got? How we are supposed to be as a good boy or good girl? So some of us, we have, let's say, the images there, they were pretty disturbing, memories that are pretty disturbing. What you can do, you can take two fingers and tap on your forehead as you are watching those images. It's a way to stabilize your presence somehow. You're not fully sucked into them. If it's too much, you can watch the movie, but feel the tapping sound and the tapping sensation. Was it okay to put boundaries? Was it okay to ask for what you want? Could you ask for what you want, for what you need? Is it okay or no? Why not? Welcome any feelings, memories. Let go trying to manage or control, figure out, to see if you have a giant IMAX with feelings. Would you express your passion and your enthusiasm? You're like, yeah, the joy, the energy, or there was a problem? Welcome, allow images, memories, feelings, wave after wave, if you have them. What was the message that how we're supposed to be, okay? To be safe, to get approval, to to avoid shit. How did little you figure out that it's best to go about this big world? To withdraw, to get away from home, hide, to be really funny, to be perfect, maybe to be bad and finally get some attention. How did you adapt? What parts of yourself or emotions you needed to hide from others? What part of yourself was not allowed, not safe? Yeah, take a moment now, whatever is arising or happening, tune back into the sense of being aware of it. And somehow activating the time machine. And even if these sensations, emotions are here, you can come back to this version of our body this Saturday, here and now. Yeah, being aware, yet fully welcoming completely any emotion. That's fine. That's a good thing. Fully allowing energies and yeah, tuning into the breathing and breathing, taking like 5 deep breaths, breathing in, there's air, oxygen, but also is prana, there is like care, kindness from our real parent, man, our real parent. It's that which created music, that which created the sunset, that which created pleasure, the coffee. So our real parent is bringing this loving, soothing energy for each in-breath. And breathing out, letting go of anything that you don't need. And you can kind of feel your toes wiggling, you can wiggle your toes, and you can gradually open your eyes just a little bit, seeing shapes and colors. Maybe you feel a natural high. San Palo Santo here for the for YouTube and Zoom. So yeah. So, you know what, sorry for messing with the piece that we had on top. If you watch this later on YouTube, you know, whatever comes up, you can actually journal a little bit or write down. And because those are things that are playing out now, and several areas of bringing awareness and processing a lot of those things in whatever way. Just what we've done now just was a discovery, and maybe for some of us had some emotional release. But it's we
Make it a little bit of that pulse on.
yeah, here, take it yeah, thank you. Yeah. So yeah, basically just emoting about it, it's good, it's awesome. Actually, it means that the system allows feelings, you know, but we need more than that in order to undo those patterns. So I would like to go into sharing. You know, we don't all have to share, but feel free to share about what came up for you, what you noticed in response to, you know, what were you into? What yeah, maybe I can pause this recording here.